Welcome to Tarot with Tanya. This is a new video series that I'm working on, and it's called 7 Cards for 7 Days. So we'll take a little look at the energy themes of this week coming up as shown by the cards and interpreted by me with obvious help from Spirit. So welcome to the channel, and wherever you are, I hope this finds you well and that you receive something useful for yourself for this coming week. And this is June 12th today, so this will be for Monday, June 13th through the next Sunday. So the first card for Monday is the Ace of Cups. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card, I think, and one that is about love, connecting to the source. And I tend to see it as self-love, and Monday, Moon Day, it seems like that fits. Go in to those feminine energies, and it could end up making us feel pretty sensitive too. That sometimes when we're opening to that self-love, we go through parts that are not so loving, some parts that can be self-critical and so forth. So could be a little emotional is what I'm saying as we move more into our self-love on this day. You may also get a gift. The aces are associated with that. It could be a gift of insight, some loving emotion from another person, maybe a day at the beach, or some kind of water associated activity. For Tuesday, I drew the Queen of Rods, Queen of Wands, it might be called, or Fire in other decks. You see her with her gorgeous sunflower, and we're getting very close to that solstice, the summer solstice, and I feel like she's a reminder of that. And she's a fierce energy. She is a queen who's been on a journey, has learned more about her self-worth through trials and tribulations, and reminds us to be courageous. So it could be a bit of a fiery day, but that is softened by it being a queen, so the feminine also comes up in this. On Wednesday, we have the Four of Discs, and this card always makes me a little bit uneasy for some reason. It's not that it frightens me, it just always makes me wonder, okay, are we getting a little bit too locked into a perspective? Some people see it as being an indicator of a lot of focus on money and scarcity, worrying about things, and it is a 4. It's 4 of Pentacles, or 4 of Discs, depending, 4 of Coins, depending on what any given deck tends to call it. And here we have this person holding these 3 big, beautiful discs, which looks great, all in harmony and balance. But then there's that one that's hanging over the head. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but hopefully you can. And that's the one that's like, okay, there's a feeling of being held down a bit. It also can be incredibly stabilizing. So that's the sort of the upbeat part of it, that the 4s are the earth number. And so they can help us be very stable, very grounded as well. And for Thursday, we got another 4, this time the 4 of Cups. And here you see the 3 cups sitting on the ground, looking all beautiful and connected, obviously associated to that 3 of Cups before this card, which is harmony and artistry, beautiful things happening. Can be, women getting together, so forth. Here, the focus now is on this other cup that looks like it's being handed out of nowhere. So are we losing sight of what was working well before? Are we hoping for something that might be different? Maybe we need to pay attention to something. Maybe we need to feel a little bit more emotionally stable. So that all could come into play on this day, Thursday, later in this week. For Friday, the King of Swords came up. Swords are about mental activity, they're about words, so what we say, what we think, those kinds of energies, the thoughts that might dominate us. I love this King of Swords. It's probably my favorite in all decks that I know because he's holding grain rather than the sword. So, I mean, the sword is there, but the grain, is in front of it. And it softens it so much for me. It's like, okay, think about what you're saying. Is this something that is productive, has longevity, or is this something that's more just sharp and cutting? So he's a great reminder of that. And because he is a king, there's mastery here too. And of course, I can't help but associate him with Tuesday's Queen of Rods in this deck, or Wands. And that air whips up the flames. So it'll be kind of interesting after we have awakened on Monday, just maybe some new emotional reality, some kind of gift, some kind of new self-love and awareness, or a yearning for that. And then we get that fiery queen, and then a couple of days of, okay, how do we stabilize? How do we stabilize materially, physically in our lives, and then, more emotionally. And then Friday comes around and we get this king who is helping us master our words and be aware of what we are thinking, because those thoughts that animate us or depress us or keep us going are so important, and so he'll raise that kind of awareness for us. When we get to Saturday, we get the Page of Pentacles. Again, the Earth sign, the Pentacles. And pages are messengers, so some kind of news. Some news about something real, something tangible in the world that may pertain to you specifically. Or maybe more generally to the larger collective. And with all readings, please take things that do ring true for you and let the rest go. Obviously it's very general, so these are just like themes that will be around, but of course each person can have different things come up and see how you handle that. But I like the Page of Pentacles in some ways because it is also, to me, portending nurturing of something, incubating it, bringing it along, learning how to do concrete steps, maybe out on like a project or something that you want to manifest. And then, that's a good Saturday card, right? And then Sunday, lovely. We come to the Ten of Cups. You see the rainbow here. You see the two arms intertwined. And that cup there looks very much like Monday's cup, the Ace of Cups. And now it's shared. So there's a larger experience that people are having where there's some happiness. Often this card is read as a happy home, that there is emotional stability, that things are going well, there's flow, there's harmony, all this good stuff that makes people feel good about where they are at that point in life, and particularly, again, emotionally. So altogether, then, that leaves us with 3 cups. So there'll be some emotional work this week, but emotional gifts that come with that. And then we have one wand, that queen again on Tuesday, getting a little fired up and maybe standing back and taking a look at the perspective. And then a couple of days of fours of trying to stabilize any new changes, things that are happening, feeling some guidance hopefully with that too, with that ability to stabilize and ground, both physically with the pentacles and then emotionally with the cups, and then the wonderful King of Swords with our words, our thoughts, reminding us of those kinds of things, and then growing something new, a message of something growing on Saturday, and then happy home on Sunday. So I hope that helps you again, and please tune in another time. I'll be doing these weekly, posting them by Monday mornings at the latest. And if you're interested in a reading, you can find my information below in the description box, and also at the end of this video. So if you would, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.